Hi guys. Okay, so in the past, we had somebody doing a lot of working hard, but they were working very hard, but they weren't getting anywhere. Like the amount of effort that they were putting in versus the amount of uh, input they were getting was completely different. And there's a King of Cups in the reverse in this past. The King of Cups in the reverse is somebody who hides their feelings. They're not honest with how they feel, or they wear a mask. Like they totally cloak their personality. Like you don't really know who you're dealing with when you're dealing with a King of Cups in reverse. Um, and it appeared that the King of Cups was the reason there was a problem. And then in the present time, we have a somebody who's waiting for their ships to come in. And the challenge is getting over heartbreak. So they're waiting for their ships to come in. Anyway, I did like a clarification on this. And it's something about a union and a new direction in love. We've got change, fulfillment, weakness, new love, or a message of new love. Somebody who is reflecting on the past, and a union, a King of Pentacles in reverse, and a union. So this must be a new love after a heartbreak. Took all those cards just to tell me that. A lot of times that's what I do. Like I put out the cards and I look at it and I go, okay, this is such and such and such, and I can say in like 5 words what it's about. But yeah, that would make for very good videos, wouldn't it? All right, in the future, we have a Knight of Wands in the reverse, which means there's no communication coming in. And typically, the Knight of Wands knights are communicators. So a lot of times it's a person. Let's see. Is it a person? It is a person. And this person is not coming? Yeah, he's not coming. So tell me about this Knight of Wands. Closing out a cycle. It's over. Done. Finished. Things look exactly as they are. Yes, things are finished. No victory. No happiness. Cycle is closed. Cycle is closed. Cycle is closed. There is an offer of money coming in from the outside on that. No happiness. No victory. Oy. And things look exactly the way they are. There's no fooling. In the goals area, isn't no new beginning in love. No new beginning in love. No. This is actually, so is, are they trying to stop somebody? Yeah. Okay. This is that energy. So the energy is somebody who either it's a female and it's a male, and sometimes it's the female who is this, and it's kind of like, oh, look at that, the devil at the yeah, the devil's at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so oh, you like their little cute little bikinis I gave them. Um. Anyway, okay, so here's the deal. The deal is that this is a female and a male who are supposed to come into union at some point in time in the future. And they are both healers in some way, shape, or form. Not sure exactly how. Their energy, their combined energy, is supposed to ignite or spark, or I mean there's going to be like sparks and ignite, but it's going to it their combined energy will have an effect on many different people in the future. Many different people. And the energy, I believe, is his past, her past, which was the same energy. Like, they are the same energy. The past people are the same energy, but the past people and their energy are completely different. Very different. So it's almost like they got tricked. They were supposed to be together, and they got tricked into believing somebody else was them. They both ended up with somebody who was karmic, not soulmate, not destiny, so on and so forth. Anyway, now those karmic energies are angry because they got left in the dirt, and they don't like being left in the dirt, and they don't want these people to come together, because if these people come together, they've been lying and cheating and stealing. They've been saying all kinds of bad things about him. They've been saying all kinds of bad things about her. In some cases, these two people have come together. In other cases, these people have not come together. But this karmic energy, or this karmic energy has been gossiping and lying, like out and outright lying about these people, and doing anything and everything they can do to keep this from happening. Now, since this is a collective reading, this has been coming up for probably 6 months or more. But since this is a collective reading, this is being repeated multiple times. It's not one man and one woman and one karmic male and one karmic female. It's thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands. It's happening over and over and over and over and over again. And it's happening in society. Like if you can step back and look, you can see it happening in the big picture. You can see it happening. If you are in this energy, in either of these energies, and you're resonating with this reading, then you are part of this. But there are many, 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 many people who are part of this. So the reason why these readings come up constantly is because the divine is trying to get this message out to people who are waking up all the time. It's not, you may have already heard this story. You may know this story. You may have lived this story. You may be living this story right now. But there are people who are just tuning in, just waking up to the fact that these energies are happening. And these energies change all the time. So that's why we're here. That's why we have this energy one more time. And it will stay this way until it's no longer needed. Basically, the divine is going to keep bringing this up. And if you watch a lot of different readers, you'll see a lot of different readers are reading the same energy, and they're all kind of like, why am I still getting this? There's going to be some what do you call it? It's going to take some time. First of all, it's going to take some time for all this energy to come about, and to for people to realize that they're part of it. A lot of people don't realize they're part of it. But if you have ended up here on this video today, you can guarantee you're probably part of it in some way, shape, or form. You're either on the karmic side or you're on the soulmate side. So anyway, what is unknown, what is hidden is a block. Somebody is being blocked. Okay, I think we know this. These people have been trying to block, the karmic people are trying to block these two people from coming together. They don't want them to come together. They're trying to block spirituality in general. They're trying to block, and again, I flip it up and look what's on the bottom. And right underneath that, is the Star reversed and Temperance reversed. This is all energies that are trying to cause chaos, negativity, problems in people's relationships, problems with people's businesses, problems with people's jobs, problems, period. All right, so arriving in a position, we've got not a good partnership coming in. We've got a Queen of Cups in the reverse, which means that she is emotionally manipulative. There's some form of obstacles and barriers, and there is no focus. So whatever is going on, whatever's going on, whatever's getting ready to go on, and maybe this is why it keeps coming up, there's going to be God and wealth, stability, things going well. There's going to be, I think this is going to happen on a small scale and a large scale. It's actually going to happen on many scales. These energies, these destroying energies, these destructive energies are causing big problems for people on an individual level, on group levels, in government, in state government, in federal government, in the legal system, and I mean, they're everywhere. This is like a, it's an energy that's everywhere. So there's many people that are going to be going through this. And there's going to be these things that are happening that appear to be really bad, but they're not really. Right? That's what we're doing right here? Yeah. Yeah, they appear. So it is like God is taking situations, we're alchemizing. We're alchemizing, but on a grand scale. So the universe, the angels, God, there's these energies that are coming in. When you alchemize, I'm trying to figure out how to explain this so it makes sense. Okay, when you alchemize, you take something that is really bad, really devastating, really, bad luck, a bad event, and you turn that into, instead of becoming absorbed in the bad, seeing the bad, uh, uh, being devastated by the bad, you turn it around so that you can see the good. Because everything is bad and good. Everything has a dark and a light. And we're in a manifesting time. And a lot of people are manifesting, whether they know they're doing it or they don't know they're doing it. And I think a lot of people don't know they're doing it, unfortunately. So you need to be really cautious of your thoughts. Thoughts create. Thoughts create things. Thoughts create. If you think something, and you think it with enough emotion, with enough intensity, and often enough, you will literally create whatever it is you're thinking. This is what I think this whole reading is trying to say. That we are, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay, so we are manifesting ours, like us, each individual human being is manifesting. And even though there are things that appear like they're very bad and very devastating that are happening, it's actually God and us, spirituality, angels alchemizing to bring about stability, wealth, stability. And that could be on a personal level, and it can be on a grand scale, looking at it from, what's the word? What's the word I want? When you step back and you see it. So there's a lot of events or a lot of things that are happening that appear to be very devastating and very horrible. But that's because we're in the middle of an alchemizing. We're in the middle of it. We are alchemizing. We are changing. We're using the bad energy that is coming from all of these energies that are trying to block and cause chaos and just cause problems in general. And we're turning it into, we're using their bad energy and we're turning it into moving on to peaceful, calmer waters. We're leaving a very bad situation, a very bad energy time. We're now changing that energy to positive things. And it is happening very quickly. And today, so there's been like this weird energy, this very weird energy. It's been probably getting really weird for like the last probably 3 months. But specifically, there's been a lot of astrological, since the beginning of the year, astrological aspects that are really intense and show some crazy energy between planets. And yesterday, or let's see, the day before yesterday, like the last 3 days, this is how crazy it is. Last 3 days, one day I woke up and the day was really crazy. Like there was a lot of really insane energy, hard to nail down, but people were kind of losing it, I guess. There was a lot of violence, a lot of pent up anger, pent up frustration, pent up feelings from a lot of people. And you could look at the news and you could see how many people were just absolutely beside themselves. I saw one, it was like a road rage situation. This woman got out of a car and she like walked over to this guy and she is screaming and hollering at him about how wrong he is and who the hell does he think he is, and she smacked across the face. And of course he retaliated, and he's a man, so he's got the power. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. So don't do that. Don't lose your temper. Don't lose your control. It's going to get harder and harder to maintain your cool. Because there's so much going on and there's so much struggle with these bad negative energies that it's going to get more intense. And you need to maintain your cool. You need to maintain your control, your emotions. And you need to put effort into knowing it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You are in this turbulent time. You're in this turbulent place. But it's kind of an illusion. It's not an illusion. You see the trouble, you see the panic, you see the problems, but you got to focus on the positive. You have to let go of the fear or the anger or you got to let go of all that stuff from the past and focus on where we're going. Where we're going, peaceful, calmer waters. Focus on where we're going. Focus on the good, the positive. When you do that, then you become part of the group that is alchemizing this demonic energy and turning it into something useful and positive. Remember, the universe is constantly seeking balance, or constantly balancing, I should say. They're not seeking. It's constantly being balanced. So if you're seeing a lot of negativity and you're seeing a lot of evil and you're seeing a lot of events that are not good, then you have to be aware of that and focus your attention on the positive. Become the manifester who is bringing in the peaceful times. And there's something about, oh, you know what? Is that about speed? It's about balance. Yep. Yeah, so I was thinking there would be more to this because this card can sometimes be about fast events, things happening, but it also stands for 50-50. Happen, things balancing out. It can be a balance type thing. So it's actually talking about balancing. um, and the universe is constantly trying to balance. Constantly balancing. So this is literally, even though it's talking about those energies as though, and this is not to say that this isn't happening in your life, because most likely it is happening in your life. A lot of people, maybe they don't see it, or maybe they don't know. It's easy to not know. But there can be a lot of things that are happening. I can't tell you how many times in my own life I've had things that, like I just felt energies. I felt something happening. But I didn't realize that it was a direct attack on me and what I stood for. Now, it may not be a direct attack on me. It might be an attack on the group, the energy group that I am in. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. It isn't really about one single person. It's about an energy group of people. So when you're doing a collective reading, if you're resonating with it, that means that you are in that group. You are in that collective that is experiencing this thing. And you could be on one side or the other. But that's kind of how it is. But there are hundreds and hundreds of energy groups. When you resonate, that means that you're in that group. If you don't resonate, you're not in that group. Uh, and that is something that's going on with somebody else. But basically, the universe is constantly trying to balance. And that is what is going on with these reads, where it appears like a Starsky and Hutch. I don't know. You know, it's funny. I've never watched Starsky and Hutch. I think maybe once, like when I was, I don't know, 10 maybe. But you know what I'm talking about. It's the same. It's the same energy or same energy story. You got the good guys and you got the bad guys. And you got what the good guys are doing and what the bad guys are doing. And hopefully the good guys are winning over the bad guys. The energy is the same way. The collective, these readings, they're the same way. So getting, upset because you're reading something that you've read for the last 6 months is crazy. I don't personally ask for, anything when I do these reads. I just say, okay, let's do a reading. That's it. So but the universe is putting it out there to everybody. So there is a need for people to know this. And there is a need for people to know this on a daily basis. And that's why these reads keep coming up. But things are balancing out. Slowly but surely, things are balancing out. And just know, when you hear these scary things, whether it's on a local level, on a personal level, a local level, a political level, whatever, they are scary, but they are working to take us to a more peaceful place. And that is the only thing you really need to even focus on. That peaceful, calmer place. Because it's been really, really crazy. And balance is being restored. Love and blessings.